we've had a terrific event. We've had more than 900 Rhodes Scholars and their guests. We had more than 70 sessions, which included talks and panels and workshops. We had Rhodes Scholars representing 38 different countries here, and an age range, from 1 all the way to 90.
There's something phenomenal about what happens when Rhodes Scholars get together. Ideas are born, connections are made, things happen. The notion about us is not some sort of purely convivial, social kind of function, but instead that when we get together, big things happen, and some of those big things actually change the world.
The point was to bring Rhodes Scholars together to talk about the history of Rhodes, but also, and most importantly, how we can have more impact in the 21st century.
I guess each event taught me something. I really feel changed by this experience, getting away from a big job and 4 children and hearing again, look ahead, you have one chance in life. You've been given all of these resources, make good use of it. That message came across in each workshop that I attended.
Well, if you put 2 Rhodes Scholars in a room, you're almost guaranteed to get at least 3 opinions, and I think that the workshops illustrated that.
Today I went to a session on education.
Because I think maybe half of our universities will be bankrupt in 15 years.
And that has huge implications for what the Rhodes Scholarship could be in the future.
The last session we've had this evening was about fighting the world's fight.
You don't necessarily plan to fight a particular world's fight. Sometimes the fight comes to your door and you need to open the door and say, okay, I'm going to take this one on.
This has been a spectacular couple of days, and today was just the crescendo of emotion and passion and commitment to the Trust.
It gives me enormous pleasure to announce today a lead gift. It's a gift of huge proportions from John McCall McBain, Marcy McBain, and the McCall McBain Foundation. This gift is £75 million.
The spontaneous response of everyone in the Sheldonian Theater captured the moment. It was just an enormous outpouring of gratitude.
Everyone's talking about it. I heard that there was a tour being given of Oxford, and someone heard about this gift, and the people on the tour applauded. The incredible generosity was mind-blowing, frankly, to me.
There's a number of things on the program that I think were really fantastic, which is, getting the scholars together to talk about where the scholarship goes from here.
So we had 2 terrific sessions yesterday afternoon on the future of the scholarship. Everyone who spoke had a different perspective, a different view about their Rhodes Scholarship experience and about how they viewed the scholarship going forward. And we discussed a huge range of things. This is great. We have a plurality of views. That's what the trustees want.
When you're talking about a vision, you're not talking about a single statement, obviously.
That out of that debate and argument, out of understanding what the wider community thinks about these matters, we will ultimately converge on better outcomes than we ourselves could come up with.
My job as the volunteer was to take the microphone in the audience and just pass it to each member. Well, I learned new ways to have inferiority complexes in almost every field possible. And each person just had something else incredible to say, based on incredibly diverse backgrounds, incredibly diverse experiences, but all extremely impressive.
Today, the United States is the best democracy that money can buy.
When you look at Sir John Bell talking about medicine, Nairi Woods talking about international relations, or Kumi Naidoo talking about the environment, we have people who have remarkable impacts in their field here speaking with other Rhodes Scholars.
The entire world of malaria eradication has now changed, because if you eradicate that substrain in Western Cambodia, you will fix the problem.
I think the Rhodes Trust can work a little bit on getting leaders, not just in academia, getting leaders in business, leaders in law, leaders in finance, leaders in countries, leaders in administrations, and leaders in cooking, leaders in movies like we saw last night with Chris Christopherson.
The gala was wonderful last night. Felt a bit like a movie star, standing in black tie among all these incredible people in a museum with champagne. And it's not my usual Thursday evening.
I'm so excited for the hockey game today, but are you giving discounts on hip replacements for the guys that are going to play?
These people love that game, and they loved it when they were here, and they still do. even if we're a bit rusty and haven't played in 27 years.
I did something for the first time in my life. I went to the chemistry lab with my grandson, and he made a rainbow with my help, I have to tell you, but my first visit to the chemistry lab after 50 years.
I was a moderator for the panel on women and success. There was a recognition that experiences within one constituency or one part of the world may not necessarily be the same for other cultures and other constituencies. And I think that is part of the Rhodes experience. It's not so much about divergent ideologies, but about bringing this multicultural, this global perspective to the table, to the world's most pressing problems, and bringing to bear talent, commitment, moral force of character, and let's see if we can reason together. And I do think that has happened over this past few days.